This just in, our major storm system for later this week here in Manitoba is already starting to cause some pretty large impacts across the west coast of Canada and the Pacific Northwest of the US. Let's get into it. Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Justin with the Weather Center of Manitoba coming to you with another weather update on our pretty significant storm system that's going to be impacting parts of Manitoba later this week. Starting off the video looking at our satellite imagery, and you're probably wondering, wow, what is this that's showing and animating on your screens? Well, this is the current satellite imagery off the west coast of BC and the west coast of Oregon in the Pacific Northwest of the US. And this is a major low pressure system anticyclone that is spinning nicely in the ocean currently off the coast again of the US and Canada, and it is starting to push eastward toward the shore, and it's going to be bringing a potential significant severe weather outbreak to parts of Oregon later on in the day that could even spark some storms that are going to be potentially bringing hail the size of 2 inches, and there is a risk for tornadoes as well, and that includes Portland, Oregon. So that is the start of our major weather maker for later this week. And I just wanted to, just take a moment to show you the cool animation of the satellite currently off the west coast. Okay, so now we're going to look at our GFS model. This is the 12 Zulu GFS, and you can see that low pressure system on the GFS here off the west coast of Oregon. And it's a 975 millibar low that's going to be still sitting and churning over the ocean there later this afternoon. That's a very strong low pressure system. And watch what it does over time. It kind of churns and spins, and then it finally starts making its way further east toward the coast as we get into tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. And what you can also notice is we got this band of snow that's starting to push east across the Rocky Mountains of Alberta, moving into places like Edmonton, Red Deer, stretching toward Lloydminster, the Alberta-Saskatchewan border. Basically, what's going on here is we just have so much energy from this strong 978 millibar low off the coast that it's strong enough to get that energy pushing eastward onto land. And as that plume of moisture pushes east across the Rockies, it's going to be forming a little bit of a Montana low. It's going to be forming right along the Alberta-Montana border Thursday morning. And as we continue to go through time, we see, boom, there's that low right through central Montana, 999 millibar low. And this is the noon hour Thursday, and you can see that band of snow that is located here through Alberta and moving into central areas of Saskatchewan. And as we continue going through time, the snow is going to enter the Parklands region of Manitoba, western Manitoba, later on in the day Thursday, probably looking at 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. We got that snow entering places like Roblin Russell, Fox Warren, Gilbert Plains, Dauphin, and then Riding Mountain National Park. And the snow is just going to continue moving east from there through the Interlake region as we go into Thursday night. And then we may even get some snow across southern Manitoba as well. But I think most of the snow is going to be north of the Trans-Canada Highway. What we do have to watch for is during the early morning hours of Friday and throughout the day Friday, right on the southern edge of the heavy snow, we're going to have, you can see a little bit of pink tones there, and that is showing a chance for sleet and freezing rain. And we'll show you why there might be some freezing rain across southern Manitoba here shortly. But then as we go through the day Friday, the low just continues to move east through the states and then kind of just continues to bring snow mixed with freezing rain across southern Manitoba throughout the remainder of Friday. Strong winds also on the backside of the low, so it could be some blowing snow Friday into Friday night for areas that get a good shot of snow from this system. And then here's late Friday night into Saturday morning, and the snow and freezing rain has exited Manitoba. Okay, so this is our 18 Zulu high rapid refresh model showing our precipitation over the next little while. You can see very strong winds out of the southeast out in front of this low pressure system as it enters Montana. This is at 10 tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. We're going to have gusty southeast winds out ahead of the low through parts of southern Saskatchewan and southwestern Manitoba. You can see that area of snow though starting to move east into Manitoba, western Manitoba. This is 12 o'clock Thursday, the noon hour. And then now we're going through the afternoon hours, and then this is about 7, 8 p.m. We see the snow kind of still here across western Manitoba and pushing east into the Interlake region. And then as we go through the overnight period Thursday into Friday morning, we kind of see the low kind of organize a little bit more, and we see more freezing rain and snow, and maybe even some rain starting to fill in just north of the low pressure center. And the first band of snow that moved through western Manitoba Thursday afternoon and evening is now across eastern Manitoba, places like the White Shell region, and points north at 12 midnight Thursday night. Now, this is the high rapid refresh, and it's kind of showing the snow a little further north, but other models are showing it further south. So it's going to be somewhere in the middle. I really think that this area is probably going to be in for the heaviest amounts of snow, and that would be, again, Parklands region of Manitoba, east towards the western shores of Lake Manitoba, and then through the Interlake region, and then over toward Lake Winnipeg, probably for the heaviest snow from this system. Okay, now this is our Environment Climate Change Canada Significant Weather Outlook. This is the new one that was issued this morning. And we can see this is for day 2, so this is in effect for Thursday. We see this area in yellow is at a moderate chance for some impacts from this winter storm. In this area shaded in yellow, for Manitoba, that includes Dauphin, Riding Mountain National Park, even up towards Swan River. That area could be in for 10 to 25 centimeters of snow and some gusty winds. The rest of southern Manitoba in for maybe 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. And this far southwest corner of the province may have a risk for some freezing rain as well. And then here is our, once again, Environment and Climate Change Canada Significant Weather Outlook. This is now for day 3, which is Friday. And it is showing, again, kind of that moderate risk area here across western Manitoba, including Dauphin, Manitoba, and stretching now toward the Interlake region. Again, 10 to 20 centimeters possible on Friday. The rest of southern Manitoba looking like here in gray. Minor impacts, but there is going to be still that risk for 5 to 10 centimeters of snow and a chance for some freezing rain and sleet throughout the day Friday. Okay, so now we're going to look at our RDPS model, just the last model run I want to show you. And here, once again, is our snow moving east across the prairies tomorrow afternoon. This is at 12 noon, starting to get that snow enter western Manitoba. And as we continue going through time, the snow rates pick up throughout Thursday evening. This is at 7, 8 p.m. We really see a strong swath of snow through the Parklands region north of Brandon. Continue going, this is 9 p.m. So at 9 p.m. we still have that snow north of Brandon, now starting to stretch southeastward. RDPS model has it nearing the Trans-Canada Highway around places like Portage and Winnipeg in the Red River Valley, whereas we just showed you the high rapid refresh and it had the snow much further north. So still a little bit of disagreement between these model runs, still even just a day before we're going to be expecting impacts from this system. Continue going through time, and now this is 3 a.m. Early Friday morning. I want you to see we're starting to get some mixed precipitation here. We see some purple colors going into the early morning hours of Friday, so starting to get some sleet or freezing rain mixing in again on that southern edge of the heavy snow band. And it looks like the city of Brandon could get into a pretty decent amount of freezing rain or sleet here by Friday morning at 8 a.m. And as we continue going through time, it looks like that far southern part of southern Manitoba will be into that sleet and freezing rain mix, whereas north of that, likely Trans-Canada Highway and north, going to be into some heavy snow throughout Friday. This is 10 a.m. And then now this is looking at 3 p.m., starting to get that snow kind of fading away. And then this is 9 p.m. The snow has pretty much exited southern Manitoba here by 9, 10 p.m. Friday evening. But let's just go back here and take a look at some sounding data from an area where there could be some freezing rain here around the Brandon area Friday morning. So this kind of looks like a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo to you guys. Might be hard to understand. I still don't understand it very well, but I want you to hone in on a few things. The best guess precipitation type would be sleet. And why is that? Well, here is our profile of the upper atmosphere, and here is the surface. So This red line I'm drawing is the surface. We have temperatures below freezing at the surface. But as we go up into the atmosphere, you see our sounding lines here, our temperature line kind of curves. And what that does between 1 km and 3 kms up into the atmosphere, we see our temperatures rise, and we're actually seeing temperatures above the freezing mark. So as that snow falls, it's likely going to melt a little bit through the atmosphere above the surface, and then as it gets near the surface, you see it curves back this way again. And what that does is it's cooling, the temperatures cool near the surface. So it may start off as falling as snow, then it might melt a little bit and then refreeze again. So that's why our best guess precipitation type here would be sleet, or if it can't refreeze near the surface, then it would be freezing rain. But at this point, it's looking like there's going to be enough cold air near the surface level here that we shouldn't be expecting a lot of freezing rain, more sleet and snow, but there is going to be that risk for freezing rain again through southwestern Manitoba and the far southern part of southern Manitoba throughout Friday morning. Last but not least, NOAA-DESI, the national blend of models. This is our average snowfall over the next 72-hour period, and we see that the model data here shows the heaviest snow is going to edge the Trans-Canada Highway and then going to be north through the Parklands region of Manitoba. Here's Riding Mountain National Park. And then here is the city of Dauphin, and then Swan River would be up here. So I'm thinking Swan River, Duck Mountain Park, southeast through Dauphin, Riding Mountain National Park, and then further east-southeast through the Interlake region towards areas like Steep Rock, Arborg, Eriksdale, and then stretching north of Winnipeg and the Red River Valley is going to be our axis of heaviest snow. And in this area, we could be looking at anywhere between 15 to 30 plus centimeters of snow. In terms of the rest of southern Manitoba, again, generally south of the Trans-Canada Highway, here's highway number 1. Snow amounts drop off pretty quick. Looking Brandon, probably about 5 centimeters. Winnipeg, maybe closer to 10 centimeters. But really the meat of the snowfall is going to be, again, through that Interlake region and then back west through the Parklands region of Manitoba. So thank you for tuning in to this video. Hopefully you guys got a lot of information. I know it's kind of a lot was coming at you at once. Feel free to rewind the video, watch it more than once, whatever you need to do. But thanks for watching. We're going to continue looking at the newest data as it comes in and update everyone as needed. Have a great day, everyone.